All right, today we are jumping headfirst into one of the most talked about and, honestly, most misunderstood signs in the entire zodiac, Gemini. Are they the charming, witty life of the party, or is there something a little more two-faced going on? Let's unpack the paradox of the twins.
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? Are we talking about a harmless social butterfly that everyone just loves to be around? Or is there a master of deceit hiding right behind that charming smile? To really get to the bottom of this, we've got to start with the fundamentals.
So, the basics. Gemini is an air sign, which already tells you they're all about ideas and intellect. They're symbolized by the twins, and their season runs roughly from May 21st to June 20th. But the most important piece of the puzzle? Their ruling planet is Mercury, the planet of communication. And trust me, that one detail is the key to understanding literally everything else about them.
Okay, so let's start with the side of Gemini that everybody thinks they know and love. This is the charismatic communicator. This is their public face, The twin that seems to be everyone's best friend.
And these classic traits, they are pure Mercury energy. Seriously, these folks could talk to a brick wall and probably get it to tell them its life story. They use humor and charisma to just glide through any social setting. And for a Gemini, a heated debate isn't a fight. It's just a fun form of flirting. It's all about that back and forth, that verbal dance.
But being that effortlessly popular, it can definitely stir up some trouble. See, when you're the center of attention without even trying, it can sometimes paint a big old target on your back.
And here's how that usually goes down. A Gemini walks into a room all friendly and easygoing, and they just naturally stand out. Well, that can seriously threaten someone with a fragile ego. So what happens? The Gemini becomes their target. But, and this is a big but, Geminis are not just sweet talkers. They have this incredibly cunning side that knows precisely how to use words to cut a rival down to size and put them right back in their place.
And that brings us to the other side of the coin, the shadow twin. This is where their reputation starts to get a lot more complicated. Is that incredible gift with words used for telling fun stories, or for something a bit more manipulative?
So this shadow twin, it really shows up in two different ways. On one hand, you have the storyteller. This is the one who can bend the truth, craft their own reality, and basically fabricate a narrative that works for them. Then, on the other hand, you have the basilisk. And this side only comes out when a Gemini feels provoked or betrayed. Cross them, and this twin is absolutely venomous and does not forget.
This quote just nails that storyteller persona. It's not just about telling a little white lie. No, it's that they are so good at it, they can garnish their tales so well that it's actually hard not to believe them. They know what they want, and they have the verbal skills to twist reality to make it happen.
And then there's the basilisk. Now, this isn't about little deceptions. This is about pure, unfiltered wrath. If you betray a Gemini, they will never, ever let it slide. When they're pushed, they can be incredibly sharp and venomous with their words. But what's really important to get here is that this side doesn't just pop up for no reason. It's almost always a reaction. There's a very good reason people learn not to get on a Gemini's bad side.
So, let's recap. We've got a charming socialite, a sharp-witted rival, a master storyteller, and a vengeful basilisk, all packed into one sign. They sound pretty intense, right? Well, get ready, because here comes the final and honestly, the most surprising twist in the whole Gemini story.
I mean, it's the logical question, isn't it? After everything we've just laid out, you would be totally forgiven for thinking that Geminis are probably one of the most dangerous signs out there. But are they really?
Okay, the answer is going to blow your mind. According to actual FBI crime data, Gemini is the single least dangerous sign in the entire zodiac. That's right, the sign famous for being two-faced is involved in the fewest violent crimes. So what on earth is going on here?
It all boils down to this. Geminis are thinkers and talkers, not fighters. Their weapon of choice is their mind, their wit, not their fists. They just don't take things seriously enough to get pushed to that kind of violent extreme. So if a Gemini is going to break the law, it's way more likely to be something like fraud or theft, crimes that rely on that silver tongue, not on brute force.
And that brings us full circle, right back to where we started, the Gemini paradox. So who are they? A clever fraudster who uses their words to get exactly what they want? Or are they just a misunderstood genius who would rather outsmart a problem than fight it? Maybe, just like the twins themselves, the real answer is both.